A couple stranded in the open sea for 3 days and nights are on the verge of exhaustion when they encounter a 5-meter-long shark. Luckily, they spot a dilapidated ocean vessel in the distance. The two quickly start shouting for help, but the indifferent man on board doesn't want to get involved. Seeing this, the scheming woman claims the rich kid has a tracking chip in his body. If he dies, it'll automatically alert authorities. When his family checks the chip's memory later and discovers he stood by and did nothing, they'll make him pay. But the man is still unmoved. After all, the rich kid will be eaten by a shark, not by him. Seeing that the only man who can save them is so cold and heartless, the scheming woman quickly says she's pregnant and doesn't want to die. The man's heart softens upon hearing this, so he kindly extends a hand and pulls them aboard. As a result, these two not only don't say thank you, but also complain that the man is a scruffy, smelly boat dweller. But forced to rely on him now, the scheming woman has to put on a flattering act. She begs the man to help them catch up with their cruise ship, saying he can name his price. But the man isn't motivated by money. And besides, his hands are already stained with too much blood today. The man personally sent the entire ship of tourists to their doom because they tried to steal the treasure he hid on the ship. To successfully return to the city, the man hid all the tourists and had his only companion take a speedboat ahead to lead the way, while also scouting for any signs of the cops nearby. I only saved him because you're pregnant. Later, once the boat docks, you two get off, and your people can come pick you up. Seeing that the man won't budge, the scheming woman casually mentions that she plans to call the cops for help. Unexpectedly, this accidentally frightens the man, because he can't let the cops discover the secrets on his ship, so the man has to agree to help them find their cruise ship. But on one condition, they must stay on the bow of the ship, and not wander around. But as soon as the man leaves, the two of them can't contain their curiosity, convinced that there's some treasure hidden on this ship. Sure enough, the next second they discover a locked cargo door. Without a word, they grab a shovel and start violently breaking it open. But this big iron door is just too heavy, and the rich kid's small frame can only pry it open a crack. The scheming woman looks for a long time but can't see anything clearly. Can't see? Keep prying it open. I can see what's inside. The rich kid sees the man coming, and shows no guilt for doing something wrong, but instead righteously tells the man to open the door for him. At this point, the man is furious. If he weren't worried about the chip and the rich kid's body recording it, the man would have already taken care of these two troublemakers. He has no choice but to warn them. Whoever sees what's in here will die. Unexpectedly, this makes the ignorant and audacious scheming woman even more curious, and she even sets her sights on the keys at the man's waist. So in the dead of night, while the man is sleeping like a log and doesn't know anything, she steals his keys and makes a run for it. Little does she know, the man has already discovered their presence. As they excitedly open the lock, the man has already silently come up behind them, and picks up a crossbow, planning to take their lives. Unexpectedly, the cops suddenly appear patrolling nearby. The man is worried about being exposed because of this, so he orders them to grab a lifebuoy and get lost immediately, then quickly goes to the side of the ship to check the cops' location. As a result, this action gives them an opportunity. They take advantage of the man's inattention and push him into the sea, and then the two of them start celebrating happily. All the commotion attracts a hungry shark. Watching the shark drag the man into the depths, they think the man is definitely done for, and now they can't wait to find out what the treasure is that the man specially locked up. I do not know their people. The man has been around these seas for 20 years. An adult shark can only inflict minor injuries on him, and the man's companion has been driving nearby, quickly rushing over to rescue him when he sees he's in danger. Since these two ingrates are so ungrateful, the man decides to go find them now and settle the score. At this moment, the rich kid and the woman have already entered the cargo door, but there doesn't seem to be any treasure inside. The scheming woman rummages around, and only finds a bloody piece of clothing. Instantly terrified, they stumbled back, and bumped into a wooden board. When he picked it up and took a closer look, the three words Lu Ronghao instantly made his scalp tingle. Death occurred on the ocean vessel Lu Ronghao. Only 2 crew members escaped with the ship. If encountered, please stay away and call the police. These 2 crew members are extremely dangerous. The scheming woman's heart rate soared to 180. Grabbing the rich second generation, she wanted to escape quickly, but now it's too late. You're in the lion's den, and you still want to leave? Too late.